working. We're in the lab, and we're gonna make sure this happens as soon as possible.
Welcome to an episode of Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, Ernest Doc E. Silva with the Into the Lab show. Excited to start things off and get things rolling on a Wednesday night. All right, y'all. We have the old crew on here. As always, you love to see them. Season 8, Episode 7, NFL Week 5 is what we're going after. The stages are set now. If you guys are new or haven't joined us before, welcome. We do our Week 5 picks on Wednesday night to give you guys a chance to bet and get in that Thursday night football and get those fantasy football lineups set up. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ernest Doc E. Silva. Welcome to all the newbies going around the other platforms. We have our regular few here on Facebook and X starting things off. We appreciate y'all. And we'll get started and go around the room. Just Luke, co-host of season number 8, is in the house. What's going on? Just Luke, welcome back.
Oh, what's up, guys? Had to take some time for very unexpected family stuff last week, so I had to burn my bye week pretty early. But I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be surrounded by you guys. Had a lot of people reach out to me from ITL and other places that I've met, either in Texas or in Canada. So I really appreciate all the kind words and condolences. Tough time, but we'll bounce back. We're here. Talk some sports. Just watched a great Boston Yankees game. Fantastic game. We're in the meat of the season now, so glad to be back. Ready to talk some sports.
I'm in off season, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been in the off season in earnest since May, so it's fun.
That's absolutely true. Well, you heard him with the Last Call podcast. That's right, Chris Connor back in the house for this episode. Thank you for coming back, Chris Connor.
Ernest, I'm surprised we're doing a show today. I thought you'd be en route to Gainesville, Florida. Your beloved Longhorns now, what, three wins of their last 3 games. Florida's struggling. I thought you'd be right now in Gainesville cheering on Arch and going, hey, we're on the road to the national championship. It starts in Florida.
I mean, somebody has to keep the shrine alive in this house, and I know it ain't going to be my family. So the Arch shrine has to be
next week. You will be here because you'll be in the Cotton Bowl, probably eating ribs, drinking beer, getting arrested, and probably cursing out Oklahoma fans.
I'll absolutely be doing that from San Antonio no matter what, but I got to have the show. The show must go on. But let's not forget our last cast memo. That's right. Andrew Kahn Sutton with the Boomtown Pod hanging out with us tonight, getting those Week 5 picks. What's up, Andrew?
Feels good to be back. I also took my bye week last week. That was not acceptable so early on in the season. I didn't have legitimate excuses. I'm just bad at timing things. That's pretty much how it goes. But I cannot wait to watch Game 3 between the Yankees and, of course, the Bo Sox because they are going to take on my Toronto Blue Jays in the ALDS. We are waiting, salivating at the chance to just lick on what's going to be left after this because tonight's game, unreal. Playoff baseball is next level good. That was one of the best playoff games I've watched in a long time. So I'm excited to watch the Jays. I'm excited to see who wins this series. And let's talk some NFL and some money, baby.
I'm just salty, guys, but I do love October baseball. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
I do love it. You have to watch it. I'm just salty. I refused to watch games until probably yesterday evening, and then I was forced to at the bowling alley, and I just kept on watching it. So I did watch the game today, so I am not out of the loop. But let's start off with our first quarter topics. Let's get right into it. Hot topics around the water cooler. This is sponsored by Alamo City Automotive. If you haven't checked out Alamo City Automotive in San Antonio, Texas, check out Rudy Faz and team. They'll take care of you right away. Get your vehicle taken care of, something from as easy as an oil change to maybe a really bad accident. They're there to help you take care of your biggest issues that you have around your vehicle. All right, let's get things started. We're kicking it off, guys. We have to. It was a tie. 40-40, that's what we all left it with. I wore a tie on Monday in memorial of on Monday in memorial of this game. And wore a tie. I almost wore a tie that was just both colors on it to make fun of both fans in the office, but I decided not to. I just wore a regular tie. Guys, let's just get this over with. A 40-40 tie. Dak Prescott played great. Got sacked once, and the Packers somehow had time left on the clock after that Kyler Murray throw down the middle. I am absolutely biased in what happened this game. So is Andrew Con-Sutton. So let's go ahead and start off with the other two who don't have affiliation. And I do want to start with Just Luke. Just Luke, Sunday Night Football was everybody barbecuing here in Texas, everybody going at it. What is your opinion on the tie? And is a tie going to work? Because this is boring when it ends up in a tie.
A tie, this isn't soccer. Like, this can't happen in the NFL. I'm sorry. Like, not especially, like, I think this hurts the Packers, honestly, more than it's going to hurt the Dallas Cowboys in the end. Like,
100%.
having this tie on your record is going to be horrible. And you know what I'm up for, Ernest, at this point? You get the ball once, and then we just have a kickoff. We start at the 40-yard field goal, and we just work our way back until somebody misses. You know,
Aubrey
I
wins
mean,
that
it would be better than ending these games in ties. Like, we're grown ass men. These games don't need to end in ties. But if we're going to be honest, and Packers fans, if you're going to be honest with yourself, you should have lost that game. Like,
100%.
I have no horse in this race. You 100% blew that game. You should have won that game. And you're just lucky that it ended in a tie and you ran out of time. Because, I mean, honestly, you should have.
The rule
lost
was
that
when
game.
the ball is shown to be incomplete, the time will stop. To me, I think if the ball hasn't hit the ground yet, the time shouldn't stop. That's just me. I would say that for either team. I am biased, though. Chris Connor, your thoughts on this game?
I'm trying to put in a polite way here. I think with Dallas, I'm trying to figure out who is just a bigger bunch of idiots at times, Dak Prescott or Jordan Love. I mean, there were times I'm screaming at the TV, hustle down the field, God damn it. Where, you have time on the clock, don't just walk as if, you're doing like me on Sunday brunch trying to grab the last muffin. Hustle. Ernest, I was pissed. I was ready to throw stuff at the TV. I feel for both fans because I now realize neither the Packers or Cowboys are going to win a Super Bowl as long as Dak Prescott and Jordan Love are your quarterbacks. They don't have it. They will not win the big game. They will choke the chicken big time, these two idiots.
I was very baffled by the way Jordan Love ended that game. I was surprised a little bit because that was very much a rookie mistake to, run out through the clock. However, right, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, I thought Dak played a pretty good game. Probably one of the best games he's played in a while, looking healthy. Andrew Con-Sutton, I'm going to let you have a chance before I take over on this game. Your thoughts on the tie, first off, and then both teams.
Okay, yeah, well, tie, this is where it's awesome for me. Oh, Canada. Hey, we've been piggybacking off the NFL and the CFL for quite some time. You guys should be doing the same with us. We have what's called mini games, and not one game will ever end in a tie in the CFL. There will always be a winner, and it's something that the NFL should implement probably tomorrow, because we just wasted a truly spectacular performance from offenses because defenses didn't exist. But it was something that I think they really need to elaborate on. I know they worked on the kickoff rule this year. That's been really good for the game. I know that they've been working on, of course, the false starts on centers. That seems to be a big push and issue that they've been working on. And now it's time to get the overtime figured out, because this is, you ruined a great game. Like, it really came down to, I think it totally should have had a winner. And again, yeah, I don't know. It just kind of sits not great with me because the CFL, like I said, shittier quality football for sure. But at least we have a winner no matter what. All right, so that's what I'll leave it at that. In regards to Green Bay, you should have whooped our ass, right? Like, that's what I heard all week. Like, there should have been 40-8. Packers by 1,000,000. Micah's unstoppable. Hey, guess what happened when Micah got double teamed? Hey, look, they gave up fucking 200 yards on the ground again. It's just what happens. Micah can't stop. I've been saying this the whole time. It wouldn't make it. I honestly, truly mean this, Ernest. I don't think it makes a difference if Micah Parsons is on this defense with the Cowboys, anyways. I still think we're getting the ball ran down our throat. I still think there's still going to be issues on that defense. Our corners can't stop anything right now. Our safety position is a hot mess, and it needs to be figured out immediately. Matty Eberflus, I'm not jealous of you, bro. You've got a hell of a job to do because you might be fired by week 6 here because you can't have the number 1 offense and the 32 ranked defense in order to make the playoffs. It's just not going to happen. And for the Dak haters, now I'm going to switch to Dallas. For the Dak haters, shut it. It's 4 games in. I understand he's never won a big playoff game. Blah 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 blah. This guy looks good. He looks sharp. His passes are precise, and boy, does it help when Pickens finally arrives. Holy man, what a game, George Pickens. And they're going to need that with CD gone for the next 3 weeks. I mean, Turpin did his thing. Ferguson continues to be a 10-catch guy. This, to me, is the Dak that was back, when he got hurt before. He's been hurt multiple times in his career. But when he comes back and he's healthy, he's literally, if you look at the NFL ranks, the number 1 quarterback at 100% grading, which is crazy through the first 4 weeks. So Dak's here to cook. So now the defense needs to do their part, or Dallas is going to be in scramble mode.
Yeah, I completely agree with that take. Both y'all, I mean, all y'all have said something in different regards that I'm not going to repeat just to keep the segment going. But I got the perfect bit for you when it comes to Dallas fans.
Shut up, bitch!
That's basically what you told everybody right now. Just shut up. So,
Shut up, bitch.
I'll say this. I like the fact that we get down to the wire and it's tied game and they get a chance to tie it. I don't see a reason why you don't have another OT. And it should be college rules, or it should be, let's stick your best running back against our best person in the trenches and like one-on-one, do those drills from Madden where you have to get past them in the lines. Like, just do something like gladiator style, and whoever gets out of that wins. Like something like that, just to not a coin flip, right? I don't want to do some bullshit like that, but it should not end in a tie. Like, I've watched soccer games that ends in 0-0 and I'm absolutely livid. Like, that's not American football to me. So I don't like the rule. I don't like the change. I do like both teams getting a chance.
Yeah,
I do like that. I do like the fact that everybody has a chance to win the game. But I'm not a fan of the tie. When we come back after this short transition, we are going to talk about those teams at the bottom of the standings, which may be your team, but is it time to hit the panic button? Let's find out right after this short move. Woo! Panic button time. Some teams are not lucky, and some teams have difficult matchups this week with a bad record. Let's run through it and see at the bottom, guys. I'm going to give you those divisions and tell you which teams are circling at the bottom, and you tell me panic or not. We'll just do quick answers around the room, and I'll pick on you if I don't like your answer. Here we go. NFC East is where we're going to start. Giants 1-3. Luke, panic?
It's hard to say because they've been garbage anyways. So I don't really know what is considered panic for the Giants.
Well, they
point,
won with Dart, right?
Right. And do you want to win? That's the question. Daboll's fired no matter what. There's no doubt in my mind.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You don't think he saved his job?
Nope.
Okay. If they go on a winning streak, though, let's just say they're 4-4.
But that puts you out of a top 5 pick. 4 or 5 wins puts you out of the top 5. So what does really 6-11 do for you? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. So Giants, you say hot mess. Daboll's out. Panic mode. You're just typical Giants. Chris Connor, Giants, panic or no?
No, they have Jackson Dart. They seem to have turned a corner. Dayball's not getting fired because I think because Mara's dealing with cancer, I think he'll survive a year. They don't want to risk Dart. You don't go on a second offensive coordinator and second head coach in 2 years. Giants, you're fine for now.
Giants stay fine. Andrew Consutton, Giants.
Just keep it brief. Enjoy the ride. You guys got a fun crew coming up, man. I know, unfortunately, Malik Neighbors' injury doesn't help the situation much because I would have loved to see the three-headed monster of Dart Neighbors and Cam CTE Scatabo. I mean, that's just fun. It's fun football for New York right now. You guys have nothing to lose. Just enjoy the ride.
I like this. Jackson and Scatabo, they're going to be winning more games out. Neighbors,
Yeah.
Scatabo, Jackson, Thibodeau. I mean, you just name it, right?
They've got it, man.
Abido they're all just there, right?
Abdul
all the
Carter,
there.
like they've got a franchise ready.
I'm gonna pump the brakes on panic mode for the Giants. I think you just ride out this year and just see what it brings you. If you have expectations next year, you're 1-3 again, then I think it's a panic mode. But
Yeah,
I think you're just riding the bottom here. Let's talk a different team with expectations, maybe just for this show. The Cowboys, 1-2-1 after their first 4. Andrew, panic mode?
Defensively panic mode. I am worried about this defense. Like I said and alluded to first, you can have the number 1 ranked offense in the NFL, which has not been something we've had success with for quite some time, in the top 5 at least. But that defense is atrocious. Jadeveon Clowney, I remember a couple weeks ago, I literally said, Sam Williams, that Micah trade, you have to be the biggest beneficial winner of this entire thing, because now you have a chance to finally prove to everybody why you were a second overall pick. And Sam Williams has the lowest player rank grade of that position in the NFL. He has been a bust. And it's sad because I think Sam Williams had a lot of potential, but now Jadeveon Clowney's probably going to take those 30 snaps now that he's into the roster. So that should help the game a little bit, but defensively, the Cowboys, yes, defensively, I'm panicking because there's no way Dak has to put up the offense has to put up 40 just to tie a game.
Schedule is beneficial to the Cowboys. I'm not panic mode for the Cowboys. For me, give me the next 4 weeks and I'll answer the question again, which we will do this segment again. If Cowboys are there, it's going to be scary. Luke.
I would say it's panic mode just because of the other teams' schedules in the division. So if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles starting out, right? So they're already 4-0, right? Right. 3-0, 4-0. Their next 3 games, Broncos, Giants, Vikings, Giants. If you go up 3-0 in a division before the end of October, that's a steep hill to climb in division.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I would say panic mode. If you get out, like you said, in the next 4 weeks, we can revisit the conversation. But to be up 3-0 in the division before the end of October, that's a huge mountain for any team. I don't really care who it is.
I don't think the Cowboys are looking at division right now. I don't think anybody in the right mind is thinking we're going to take this division. Right. Like, I think the goal, like, you're a Cowboys fan, there's some optimism, right? You're saying Jets, Panthers, Commanders, Broncos, Cardinals. 3 of those 5 games should be winnable for you.
But
you should be looking 3-2 at the worst with Commanders and Broncos toss-ups, and they've been playing better football.
But that's where that tie comes in.
Yeah, the tie is huge.
Right.
Like that is a win, it's not a loss, but that's going to weigh heavy at the end. You're like, man, if we just had that game.
By far better than the AFC so far to start this year.
The NFC.
By far.
NFC's crazy.
In Vegas, it's 70% NFC wins. Like, that is bonkers. That's the highest win spread it's ever been. That's the highest tilt it's ever been. Just a crazy. If you look at the bottom, like, you can only really pick on 4 teams in the NFC, and 2 of them you expected to be there. The other 2 you were like, they're probably going to be bad, but who knows, right? Because they have Russ and all the gang, and they have Dak, and that's why I only picked those 2. But if I go to the AFC, right, and we're looking at those teams, let's start with the AFC East here. And I'm sorry, Chris Conner, let me get your Cowboys take real quick before I switch to the Dolphins.
Oh, you got to panic.
Cowboys take.
I mean, Russell Wilson, who got benched because he was so bad against KC, went 30 for 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's Russell friggin' Wilson who's cooked. What's going to happen? Right. I mean, I share to think what's going to happen when you start playing like Jaden Daniels, Mahomes, Jared Goff. I mean, we might have like the first game, back-to-back games where it's like Dallas Cowboys give up 50 points per game. Yes, it's time to panic. This defense can't stop a cold, let alone a half-decent quarterback.
What I find to be kind of ironic is that for the last 5 years, I felt we couldn't stop the run to save our life. And then all of a sudden, we're actually kind of decent against run, and we can't stop the pass to save our life.
Tell me,
like it flipped.
And Ernest, as a diehard Cowboy fan like you are and I am, tell me how much we don't miss Al Harris back there with those boys right now. Al Harris was a game changer with those DBs in the corner position. Like, it is so missed right now. An Al Harris defense with the corners, with the run defense we currently have, that's a top 20 defense.
Diggs
quick
looked
hit.
lost.
Diggs is so gone. He has no idea. He's so slow. It's sad to watch, man. It is.
Let's do quick hits on these, and I want to focus on two teams in the AFC like we did with the NFC. Just tell me panic or not panic or not. Dolphins, Chris Conner.
Panic. I mean, that Tyreek Hill injury was gruesome, and that defense can't stop anything either. I mean, yeah, but Jets are the Jets, so they'll get those wins. But everything else, it's going to be a long season. It's either Dayball or McDaniel who gets fired first, with Callahan coming up the middle.
Luke, panic or not?
Yeah, panic. Yeah, they. I mean, minus 35 in point differential. I mean, is what it is.
Not a Waller resurgence.
Oh man, it was nice to get him off the milk carton, though. I know that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Andrew.
I'm so happy that Darren Waller gave up his rap career. I'm glad to see him back in the NFL. Let's not forget that one-hit wonder. Hey, 2 touchdowns. Miami needs it, man. Right now, they lost Jonnu Smith last year. The tight end position is wide open. Darren Waller make a difference on this offense with Tua with that quick pass. But yes, panic, because the defense, as Chris Conner alluded to, cannot stop a head cold. So
here are the 2 teams I want to focus on. We can have a discussion on it. I am panic mode for the Dolphins just because injuries will pile up, and I don't know if Tua is going to last. But let's talk about the 2 teams who are playing this week, Ravens and Texans. Lamar Jackson not playing. I'll start with Texans because I think Ravens are easier to pick on a little bit. Texans 1-3 start, division 2, 3-1 division leaders right now in the Colts and the Jags. I am panic mode for the Texans right now, and let me give you some reasons why. The offensive line is shambles. You have a stellar defense. Like, if the Texas teams could combine, like, that'd be a juggernaut of a unit. But Texas defense is stout. CJ Stroud is running, or CJ Proud running for his life, right? Nico Collins now comes up on the injury report with a hamstring questionable injury. So now you're thinking, okay, well, he's now half mast there. Kirk is coming into the fold. You're finding all these different reasons why the Texans may be struggling. And you're really kind of relying on defense and special teams to keep you in games. Wonderful to see them dominate a team they should win against this past weekend. And then against the Titans, and now you're going to go up against the Baltimore Ravens, who are absolutely scrappy for a win too. But if I am the Texans, I'm in panic mode. Like, your schedule is not favorable. This is going to be a difficult year. You've got to find wins against good teams, right? If you take a look at their next few games, they're playing Ravens, Seahawks in Seattle, the Niners come to town, the Broncos come to town, and then you play the division-leading Jags. That is 5 gauntlet games to start your year, and you're 1-3. This can get bad really fast. I know Chris Conner has told me that a couple of times. As the Texans slip up in the beginning, it's going to be bad news, and they did, right? So a really difficult schedule. Panic mode for me, Texans fans. I apologize. I know some of you like to follow and hope that I give you some optimism, but it's not optimistic. My circles have crushed. They are crushed. And so now you got to be thinking at that point, if you're 1-6 or 2-5, like, where are we going with this season, right? And I don't know if it's the right direction there. Chris Conner, I'll let you go next on this because you've always been opposite for me. I've always been optimistic on the Texans. You've always been kind of pessimistic on them.
It's not time to panic yet. Ernest, I'm going to talk you off the ledge. I'm talking you off the ledge. Just come on back.
Wow.
They'll beat Baltimore. Then they get a bye week. That defense is still nasty. And you know what? I know people want to panic, but they lost to the Rams by 5, Tampa by 1, because Baker Mayfield just pulls something out of his rear end. Jacksonville, at Jacksonville, they only lost by a touchdown. It's not time to panic yet. You still have C.J. Stroud. You still have that defense, which can shut down anybody. D'Amico Ryans will figure it out. It might have to be one of the most ugly offenses we'll ever see. Probably a lot of 2 tight end sets and some hodgepodge of stuff going around here. But it's not time to panic because they know how to win, and this is the AFC South. I do not trust it. They can still win this division with a 9-7 record.
I mean, you're going to talk me off the ledge, so I appreciate you, Chris Connor. I can't believe we took flipping sides on that. But Andrew Constant, Texans, panic or no?
Hey, clip me at the start of season or episode 1. What did I say? Houston, we've got a problem in CJ Stroud. And I mean, yeah, sure, he looked good. But how good did Mr. Marks look in the backfield this past week? All right. He's probably the number 1 waiver wire fantasy option for everybody in the world. It probably spent $75 on Fab to get him, but hey, well done. But no, I mean, that defense, I agree with you guys. The Texans defense is strong, it is solid, but I'm just panicked at this offense because it just seems, even though, yes, I mean, you beat the, as we claim Cam Ward, ass cheeks team, they just don't have it right now. Like, I watch it and I'm like, okay, well, who's going to be next up? And now that Nico Collins popped up on the report, that means you're going to run Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz can't even run anymore. The guy can't get any space or openness that he seemed to have found in Dallas all those years. He can't even get open anymore. Like, I don't see a big game threat, and I would say panic, yes, for the Texans.
2 panics, none, and 1 non, saying it'll be fine. Just Luke, end the segment.
Yeah, I'm not walking you off the ledge, bud. I watched that offensive line last week, my brother.
Oh, good.
And we're talking against the Titans, my guy. Like, I saw your guard and your tackle block each other and then completely leave the nose tackle completely unblocked and kill CJ Stroud.
It was to confuse them, but we didn't confuse them.
Interior run defense.
But I'm not just going to put this on the offensive line, right? They miss Joe Mixon. They miss having a solid run game. What sets up a great play action game is a great run game. That was one of the parts of success that was CJ Stroud's first year. They had a great 1-2 punch with Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
And they had a great play action pass game with a healthy Dalton Schultz. And they missed that. They don't have that anymore. Now, it's only been 2 or 3 years, but that's how fast the NFL changes, guys. Things happen that quickly. So, I mean, I'm probably going to have to hit the panic button. But it's tough because they are the Pittsburgh Steelers of the AFC South, except they don't have TJ Watt.
Yeah.
TJ Watt changes that entire formation for them. And that's why we're 3-1 and you guys are 1-3. It only takes 1 to 2 plays. Those plays haven't happened for the Texans. They've happened for the Steelers. And that's how the NFL is. Yards, penalties, turnovers. That's what it is.
There you have it. Texans panic mode. And let's go to our final team, the Baltimore Ravens, who lose Lamar Jackson this week, who have had a fumbling problem with Derrick Henry, who've benched him for different periods of the game. And you've seen a lot of Justice Hill. We'll go around the room and start off with you, Chris Connor. Are you panic mode on the Ravens yet?
Full-blown panic. I've heard from my sources that Eric DeCosta called Andrew going, hey, Andrew, you look like a big guy. You're strong. Can you play defensive line? We've lost everybody. We've lost, Washington. We've lost Jones. We've lost Dubicki. We've lost Van Noy. We've lost Nate Wiggins. Now Lamar is hurt. Can you play, Andrew? If you can play defense, we'll sign you a $1 million year contract just for this 1 year, so we have bodies. Like, I am panicking. The Ravens are just bad right now, and they're hurt. I mean, this might be the year where, I hate to say it, John Harbaugh might get fired.
Ooh, spicy take.
Whoa, Andrew, are you that panicked?
Dude, I love an ITL hot take. Oh my goodness, it gets me up in the morning. And also, I'll sign for $1 million. Like, I have no problem doing that. I'm gonna get trampled in the fucking gut, but I'm ready. But nonetheless, they have Cooper Rush coming in, baby. What do we know about Cooper Rush and stepping up in big moments? He's pretty fucking good at it. So if he can escape 1 or 2 wins, Cooper Rush style, then yes, I'm not going to panic. But right now, it's kind of doom and gloomy in Baltimore. And Derrick Henry, like they've been in every one of those games that he has fumbled in, or the moment that he has fumbled in, they have been right in that game. And they are such costly turnovers. It reminds me when Zeke started having fumbling problems. You guys remember that? Like it just cost the Cowboys so much. And I'm seeing that with Derrick Henry now, where they're in games, ball gets dropped. It's like a 20-22 game or 23 game. And then all of a sudden, hey, touchdown the other way, and you're down 10 now. So I think the King will be fine. The King is going to go for 130 yards rushing this week and 2 tutties. I'm not panicking yet.
2 fumbles. God, I hate seeing arthritis kick in. Luke.
Listen, it's a great view all the way up top of the mouth of the AFC North, looking down on the poor, lowly Ratbirds and the self-destruction that I've witnessed so far. But this is what happens when you've invested all of your time, picks, and money into the defensive side of the ball in the last 4 to 5 drafts. You have an aging D-Hop. Zay Flowers is missing in action. Mark Andrews probably should have retired last year. Isaiah Likely's hurt. Like, this is what happens, my guy. Todd Monken, this is on you too, my guy. This offense is stagnant at best. They can't get anything going. And then that just puts it on the defense because the defense has to be out there way longer than they need to be. I'm not hitting the panic button yet. They were the worst defense in the NFL the first 5 games last year. They got it turned around. They'll figure it out. John Harbaugh will figure it out. Now, I'm not saying they're going to have a magical run here because losing to the Chiefs and losing to the Bills, you're already out of the first and second spot. Tough. So now you're down to 3-4. And you're 1-3 right now. It's division's looking tough as well. So it's gonna be a haul, for them. They'll get it figured out. I mean, look at Derrick. I mean, Derrick he's never had the case of the fumbles. It happens. It might happen early in his career. And it just so happens it's happening late in his career. But they're going to have to rely on him at some point. At some point in time, you got to look at him and be like, cut the shit. We've got to give you the ball 30 times because we can't win these games without Lamar. We have Cooper Rush back there. Like, he can do enough to get us to 2-2 or, over the next 4 or 3-2 over the next 5, but he can't take us the rest of the way. So 4 weeks might be enough for Lamar, but I want to check their 4 weeks.
It's actually pretty. I have it up. It's not terrible. Rams, Bears, those might be losses for them with Cooper Rush. Rams, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets. That's the cupcake part.
That's soft.
If you can get to there with Cooper Rush, 3
and then
to
you
4,
get Bengals. You get Bengals twice around Thanksgiving, and the Steelers.
With we're assuming a Lamar back too. So
right. Yeah. So you're probably looking at winning 6 of those. If
you can get to 4-2, it's a blessing. If you can stay at 3-3, I
was going to say,
tough,
you stay at 3-3, you're flirting. But
I'll tell you what. Kenny Cotterell's messaging me on the side and saying that the Ravens will be fine. It's a cupcake schedule.
They will be. They will be.
Yeah, they're good.
My take on this was to say this:
a fraud, a big fraud.
That's fine.
This reminds me of like the Cardinals team of like 4 years ago where it was like, oh, we have Kyler, DeAndre Hopkins, the defense is stout, the Honey Badger. We're this really good team. David Johnson. Maybe it's past. Maybe it's like 7 years ago. I don't know. But it was like that team that was like so good. And the NFC West is stacked with the Cardinals. They went like 4-12. And they were like terrible. People were.
They got Buda Baker.
This reminds me of that season of the Cardinals, and I'm really sad to see it. Like, I'm really sad to see it. And I don't think the Ravens are back. I think that this is probably a panic mode for me, and especially if you slip up on some of these teams, right? Because we know the Vikings are actually pretty good at home. It's hard to
Yeah.
beat the Vikings. Hard to beat them. And maybe Shador starting by November 16th. You know, maybe that's a different Brownies team. All right.
He ain't starting this year.
He ain't
But
playing
if you end up,
playing a game in Cleveland, my guys.
if you lose to the Houston Texans this week, you're losing to the Rams.
I have
All
them
right.
losing to the Rams no matter who's in there, anyways.
And then you play the Bears. Now you get the Bears at home, so that works for you, right? Because you'll get Caleb Williams at Baltimore.
Yeah, but this team,
However-
this is not the same defense. Half the
It's not.
defense is hurt. They're literally
Right.
now pulling guys off like waiver wire. Like, hey, can you play? Can you play? Or,
That's
sure.
what.
All
That's
right.
what. That's why I compared it to the Cardinals. They claimed 32 people off waivers that year. Like that. That's what it reminds me of.
Cheeto
Transfer
Awuzie
portal.
was playing with the Ravens last week.
Transfer.
Cheeto Awuzie.
So like there is some crazy names getting pulled off waivers for the Ravens. So it's hard for me to say, hey, I'm gonna bank it all on Lamar. It's like telling me Dak's gonna lead the Cowboys to the division, like in this kind of environment. Like it's not gonna happen, right? So definitely panic mode for me. Kenny Cotterill says y'all are crazy. No panic mode. He's messaging me on the side, like let him know my take. So Kenny, you got that in there. That's gonna be our first quarter segment though, and we're going right into primetime pick'em. You guys, if you haven't followed along, get your pen and papers out because we're about to give you guys a schooling. We went amazing last week. Chris Connor and I together, 13-2, 12-3 for the week. If you put any money on our money line picks, you're continuing to hit. And our TSG parlay had 2 losses in there, but that's okay.
But we
That
hit
happens.
once. We hit once.
We did get a tie in there, so that could give you a wash back a little bit.
Yeah.
But you should have been putting money on the Cowboys game. We told you guys not to. We told you guys not to do that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with primetime pick'em. And if you're not sure what primetime pick'em is, here's how it's going to work. We are going to give you spreads of what the games are for all of the primetime games, starting with Thursday Night Football all the way to Monday Night Football. And we're going to tell you our pick and why going around the room. We have our wonderful video man himself. It's Rated Mark Guajardo, giving us the intro stadium vids that'll let you know what team and what game we're talking about. Then you can choose what your best analyst or sports scientist gives to you. Good luck to you guys. Follow the right sports scientists. You might make a lot of money this year. People who followed Kenny made tons of money the last couple of years. People in the beginning years followed me were really happy. Since then, they know I'm just a homer for certain teams and they just stopped. So they know I'm just a pundit at this point. But it's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being with us. Primetime Pick'em here in our second round section. Second round Primetime Pick'em starts off as our affiliate would want, powered by USAA. We know what it means to serve. Check out their insurance products today, life, auto, home, and see if you qualify and are eligible for those products by just checking out their website. USAA, we know what it means to serve the military community. We are proud affiliates of that company. I love USAA. I appreciate all that they've done for me and what they've done together with my show. Let's keep it rolling in LA. Thursday Night Football starts off with San Francisco 49ers visiting the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams 8.5-point favorites for this game in a divisional matchup. Usually the home teams are favored by quite a bit. This is a very lengthy spread for me to start off the year. So I'm going to go first in this segment. I usually go last to start off. I'm going to go first. Love the Rams. I think the Rams are a very complete team right now. Matthew Stafford looks fantastic. The combination and the balance of the offense has been great. The passing of Matthew Stafford, he looks healthy, which is a phenomenal take for him. As long as they can keep him upright, they're going to be great. Defense has been stout. I like the Rams to win this game. I do not like 8.5 points in a divisional matchup at home. Doesn't matter who it is, but especially the Niners. The Niners are one of the best backdoor cover teams out there because they just go and score nonstop until the very end. I'm going to take the Rams to win this game. Money line taking San Francisco plus 8.5 if I had to choose a spread. Just Luke, your take.
I don't chase these points in divisional games. We've already covered that. But no Ricky Pearsall, no Purdy, no Jennings, no Nick Bosa.
No Kittle.
This team is going to be a dumpster fire the rest of the year. It would not surprise me if Christian McCaffrey comes out this week and says my hammy hurts because, my God, this team is heading for the brink right now. Still don't like 8.5. I will take the Rams. Honestly, barring Matthew Stafford's back and health, they should win. The Seattle and them will be a great game to watch for the NFC West. But this game, I will take the Rams. I'd feel comfortable probably 3.5.
I would too. I would be good at 3.5. We'll mark that down and make a note of it. Andrew Sutton.
Yeah, I mean the Rams are pretty damn good. There's not a lot of holes in their game. How thankful are you if you're Devontae Adams that you got to go to somewhere where you actually get the ball past you and it's efficient as hell? Because like he just looks like he's having a resurgence of a career right now with Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball. Yeah, I mean San Francisco's a disaster. On top of that, Juwan Jennings is now out as well. So I mean, like, who the fuck does Mac Jones throw this ball to? Like, Christian McCaffrey's back and leg are both going to be shot. Back from carrying the team because it's all they have, and legs because, well, I mean, he's had 38 leg injuries. So, I mean, I feel bad for San Francisco fans. You guys are going through it. Mr. Irrelevant, easy win for the Rams. Love that comment, Mark. I agree. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. I like 3.5 with you guys. I've never been a fan of the big spread. We know that. But yeah, I think the Rams get this done.
Chris Connor, wrap up this first primetime game.
You guys are crazy. They will cover. This will be it's going to be the Rams taking on Mac Jones at quarterback and at wide receiver via mortal Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Sky Moore, Kendrick Bourne, and Demarcus Robinson. This will be a 2-touchdown game. I don't know why. I get it's divisional. And, the 49ers are pretty decent. They have nothing to throw to. They have guys that the Bills, Chiefs, and Patriots went, no, we're good. Here, take it. Well, just give us like a bag of balls and a bag of chips. We're fine. This is going to be a slaughter. This is going to be the Rams just doing whatever the hell they want to do. Take the points. You guys are crazy. I know Kyle Shanahan is like your guru because of the tight pants, and he looks like you guys, and he has all these offensive genius moves. Take the Rams. Take the points.
Yes.
That is the segment of Chris Connor, and I'm going to take the bag of balls and move on to our next one. That's right, our international game for the week.
So we're taking the Rams, right?
We are. Rams 3.5 was the take.
Okay. I'm just making sure before we move on.
Yeah, sorry. Rams 3.5 is our take for the TSG play of the week. Add that into our parlay. We won't spin it on that one. We will do the next one when it comes up. Vikings 4.5-point favorites on the road against the Browns, who are also traveling, though, for the London game. Interesting to give the Vikings basically a home game away because they didn't have to travel, across the world to go to this game. So Cleveland got to travel, had a double travel day, then had to rest, and then finally got to practice in late today or late, midday, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so Cleveland obviously behind. Dillon Gabriel still can't catch a starting role here in the States, but he'll start overseas for the Cleveland Browns. Who knows if he ever starts again or if he will get a starting gig in the States when he comes back, depending on this game. Chris Connor, you like the Vikes. Why don't you start us off on this one?
So the Browns are going to start, not Joe Flacco, but a rookie quarterback. That's right. We're getting the debut, everyone, finally, of the most talked about third rounder, Dillon Gabriel. Brian Flores' net defense is going to do bad things to Dillon Gabriel. I mean, I like Gabriel. He's a plucky guy. He can throw it quick, 8-yard, 10-yard slants, but they're going to flood the middle. This defense is going to do bad things to him. And I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders will start by the end of the year because, God damn it, this Browns team is bad. It is stinko bad. I mean, give me the Vikings and give me the points.
Vikings and points are the first take here by Chris Connor. Andrew.
Yeah, when I was looking at this matchup and I saw that Flacco got benched, my first thing, immediate reaction was, hell yeah, against the Brian Flores defense, they've got to start Shador and use those legs right off the get-go because they're going to need it. And Dylan Gabriel starting. I don't know what Shador Sanders has done to Kevin Stefanski, but there's no reason that Dylan Gabriel should be taking this game at all. This is a Shador Sanders game against a Brian Flores defense. If we're trying to play chess, right now Minnesota's playing checkers. It's just what are we doing? I mean, Minnesota's going to win this game handily. I think they'd go 8.5. To be honest, Cleveland sucks. They're terrible.
Minnesota minus 4.5 gets the second pick from Andrew. It's just some just bad Gabriel takes here happening, man. The guy's getting no slack from this crew.
He's not good.
Luke.
First of all, the clowns will clown. Okay,
They be clowning.
if you expected the clowns not to do some clown shit, then I don't understand what you watched in the NFL.
Season of 8 of ITL.
They absolutely were going to draft 2 quarterbacks this year because why the fuck not? Because they just needed it. You know what I mean? Fucking offensive line that hasn't had a great tackle since fucking Joe Thomas was there. I mean, why draft that? Well, let's go get out 2 guys. First of all, I've never been a fan of left-handed quarterbacks. The NFL has shown, at least in the last 20 years, that left-handed quarterbacks do not work in the NFL. I don't. In the new game, it just doesn't work. It doesn't. To me, we can debate it.
It's an interesting take. I might use left-handed next week in our debate segment. I might have to research that a little bit.
That's fine. When was the last time a left-handed Super Bowl quarterback? Probably
Who's left-handed in the NFL right now.
Tua Tagovailoa
is the only left-handed now. Dylan Gabriel
right there.
And Michael Penix.
Michael Penix. I knew I was forgetting somebody.
You think any of those win a Super Bowl?
Hell fucking no.
Anyway, we can debate that. We could add it to the list next week. Mark, add it to the list next week. Now, regards to this game, first of all, Kevin Stefanski, you have Quinshon Judkins. Run the fucking ball.
Thank you.
All right, don't run 40-year-old Joe Flacco 3 times with the quarterback sneak. What are we doing? Give it to the kid that just won a national championship by running the damn ball. Run the ball, my guy. You just had Nick Chubb. I'm not comparing him to Nick Chubb, but you want to be a guy that runs the ball, plays tough defense, blah 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 blah. The AFC North bullshit jargon, right? What did you honestly expect trotting a 40-year-old Joe Flacco out there? You have to run the ball, and you have to have great defense. And guess what? You're not doing either one of those right now. Yes, Myles Garrett is still getting his, and that guy is just beyond a freak of nature, to be honest with you.
Gross.
But I would say being a Browns fan has to be the most frustrating thing in America. It just has to be. Have the offense that they need and don't have the defense. They have the defense, they don't have the offense, or neither one of them is working. One of the two.
They have Baker Mayfield, cut him for no fucking reason.
This game, the only reason I'm giving it to Minnesota, because this is absolutely a yuck game. No one wants this game. No one should watch this game.
Yeah, stay in bed.
Okay. Watch this game. It's the only game on.
Right.
Go to bed.
Anyway,
stay in bed.
I'm taking Minnesota, but -1.5.
Oh,
because this game is an absolute disgusting yuck fest that's going to happen on this.
Do you think
I'm not as down on Minnesota though. I'm not shitting on Minnesota.
I get it, but they just played the Steelers defense, and Justin Jefferson just went off. Didn't get any touchdowns. Had all the yards in the world, right? I don't see how they get the run game going. They're going to have to throw the ball to who is my question in Cleveland, right? So I think it's
cold enough to these days.
Honestly, the over-under's at 36.5, guys. This is 2 NFL teams. 36.5. This game is absolutely going to be less than a field goal. It's going to be a field goal or less, in my opinion. I'm still going to take Minnesota, but both of these offenses aren't great, and the defenses are going to play the way they've been playing. So
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
17-14.
Give me
2017.
Minnesota.
Something like that.
Minnesota 4.5. Easy. Minnesota's good. I like the defense. I think they're fine.
You have the bones of Carson Wentz against Myles Garrett.
You keep Carson Wentz out of your mouth.
He's
I'll keep
playing
him out.
fairly
Curtis,
well.
I'm just saying,
I got you, Mark.
he
I got
might.
you. Don't
He
worry.
might. If Myles Garrett comes clean, he might turn into dust.
Oh, he might. Yeah. It's like
And who the fuck's
Thanos
the backup
snap.
now?
I'm still trying to debate if Carson Wentz is as good as Dak Prescott, so you leave me alone. Still trying to figure that out.
There's no debate.
Remember when? Remember when?
No debate.
Anyways, that's a TSG guarantee. Minnesota minus 1.5 enters the parlay. Put those fingers there and wave them like you just don't care. This one gets the call. There's Mark. That's right, Luke. You keep Wentz's name out of your mouth. I need that soundbite,
game.
Mark, for next episode.
Game.
You
Game of the week is
keep on-
gross. 325 game is Detroit 10.5-point favorites at Cincinnati. Really, really gross game. And I absolutely am going to have you guys talk about it because if I have to put this on my screen, you guys have to. 10.5-point favorites. I don't even know if we have to talk about this game, but I'm taking Detroit 10.5 for obvious reasons. Cincinnati's not that good without Joe Burrow. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Dude, they're so bad.
Detroit
Paint
10.5.
drying is funner than watching Cincinnati.
Yeah. So, yikes.
Yeah, there's
This is gross. Is anybody not taking 10.5 in this game? That's a better topic.
that,
Anybody don't like
10.5 is
I make
is
fucking.
tough.
I might take 20. I'm not kidding.
10.5's tough, but like that defense is poop.
Dude,
I
Detroit's
watched
putting
that.
up a
Like,
50 burger this week.
it is,
I watched that game, and it was very tough to watch that offense in Cincinnati work.
I mean,
was
Jake
very
Browning
tough.
looked lost.
The
I mean,
thing is,
absolutely
they
lost.
in the first quarter and a half, they were running the ball efficiently with Chase Brown, and then they just stopped doing that. And I was like, "What? You have one thing that's actually working for you," and he was getting decent yards per carry. I'm like, why did you just go away from the one thing that could free up Jamar Chase for a big play? I don't
Right.
get what Zach Taylor's scheming. You want to talk about coaches that are on the hot seat, and it might be just be bad luck for Zach Taylor, but his ass is on the hot seat, and you
Oh.
have to believe it.
Oh, Andrew Consutton. It's on the fucking Bengals. Take Penei Sewell first.
But
Fix
they're-
your
they-
offensive line first.
That's
Like,
why Zach Taylor is going to take the fall for the mishaps of management's choosing, man. I'm telling you right
Oh.
now.
oh, that still burns my soul so much.
Detroit
Oh.
wins this game by it's a 50 burger. And, like I think they put on a 50 burger on these guys.
Connor, you're quiet on this one. I'll let you have the last take. Are you liking Detroit by 10.5?
Yes. They covered everything, so I'm going to say yes.
I mean, it's the damn truth. I'm not even going to make you wave your fingers in the air. We're just going to continue forward with this.
Minus
And we go to
105, by the way, to win by 10.5.
That's crazy work.
that's gross. That's gross. That's basically a
Double-digit
sprinkle
spread minus the
a
105.
sprinkle of salt into your parlay, and
Disgusting.
that risk is bad. I'll tell you what, guys, though, Sunday night football will be a doozy as we get a divisional matchup against a team that's been performing absolutely out of their minds. I like this game a lot. New England at Buffalo. Buffalo 8.5-point favorites at home. The only reason I'm saying this is going to be a game because I love divisional matchups. I especially love Patriots Bills. There's so much hate between the two teams. This is like one of those teams, like no matter what the record is, if it's Cowboys Giants, Cowboys Eagles, like you're going to watch it because you know there's bad blood. I love it. Chris Connor, your Patriots here, get to go to Buffalo and take out the hot Bills to start off the season. How do you like this game?
They're not my Patriots. I'm going to say this. Buffalo is going to curb stomp them. They can't stop the
Yikes.
run. Now you're gonna have Josh Allen and James Cook just decide, oh, we're gonna run over the edges. We're gonna, run on the outside tackle. By the way, they can't stop the pass, so we'll just start throwing bombs to Keon Coleman. This is going to be a Bills big win. This is not a rivalry. This is just, all right, Patreon on the schedule. Okay, that's 2 wins for the Bills. Unless we decide to throw the game like we did last year at the end of the game and, put in all our backups and punt on 4th and inches on the Patriots 35-yard line just to make sure the Patriots don't get the number 1 pick.
Buffalo 8.5 gets put out there by Chris Conner. He says it's not close. Andrew.
I like what I've seen from Vrabel and company. I mean, I don't think it's going to be close, but at least they have them contending in games because last year was a fucking disaster for the Patriots. I mean, at least offensively, they look like they got something in Drake May. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I think Buffalo wins this 8.5. Love the cover, actually. Love that spread.
I like Buffalo 8.5 as well. We're heating up here on ITL. Buffalo has been really great coming out of the gate. Defense looks great. Josh Allen has looked fantastic. One of the best quarterbacks right now. New England's not terrible though. Like I expect a close game at halftime, in my opinion. I do think that this is going to be really well fought. New England's going to come out swinging. I wouldn't be surprised if you even take New England to cover some sort of spread after the first. Like I think this is a good game after 1, and it may be kind of spreading at halftime with New England getting the ball, something like that. But like Buffalo will run away with this game. Eventually, they're just a better team at home. Buffalo Bills Mafia, just nuts. Bills Mafia. I'm gonna take Buffalo at home. Doesn't matter what the weather is. Give me Buffalo. Luke.
I just want to shout out my boy James Cook. 4 games, 100 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaging 100 yards a game. Like, he's been the silent hero of this Buffalo Bills team. Everybody wants to talk about Josh Allen and his arm and his running, but they have a solid run game with James Cook. When you could just hand the ball off and get 5 yards of carry, I mean, that is a game changer, especially in the cold days in New York. You know what I mean? I feel like Josh McDaniels has just lost his touch in New England, man. Like, you can only come back home so many damn times, my guy. Like, this is your, 3rd or 4th stint? They don't run Drake May. I understand, like, he wasn't, like, a pure runner in North Carolina, but, like, that man needs to use his legs. Like, you want to talk about a team with a case of the fumbles? My brothers in Christ, look at that football team and fumbling the ball. Like, just plug in that Steelers tape. Ramondre, bud, what are you doing? I mean, give the ball to Travion Henderson.
Yeah,
here we are again talking about another
game,
Ohio State running back. Like, give that man the ball. Like,
this has to be Travion's debut this week.
Like,
it has to be.
And it's not even just running between the tackles. The kid can catch the ball out of the backfield. You've seen it. Hey, Ernest saw it up close and personal on some screen passes against Texas. But that's besides the point. I'm sorry. Travion's a good kid. I don't think this is a close game, to be honest with you. At halftime, they might cover. But James Cook in the end is just going to be an absolute backbreaker for them. Vrabel's going to get it figured out. They'll be fine in the long run, but this game, this is a tough game to start. You know, you're in Buffalo. This is probably this is the primetime game, right?
Yep, Sunday night.
Yep, this is the primetime game. That's a tough one for me. So I'm going to take Buffalo. I'm going to take the points. James Cook, my guy, keep cooking.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to write a parlay this week, it's this one, because we have absolutely stacked this parlay to start things off. Rams 3.5, Minnesota 1.5, Detroit 10.5, Buffalo 8.5, and I'm sure Luke will give us those odds at the end of tonight's episode, but those are wild, and we're just going to get even crazier. I actually think this is one of the best matchups of the week, and I love when these two teams play. There's just some grit about them, and they don't like each other. Kansas City, 3.5-point favorites on the road against Jacksonville. It happened about 5 years ago where these two teams kind of fought in the playoffs. And ever since then, they just play really hard against each other. There's no love between Kansas City and Jacksonville. 3.5-point favorites kind of show you that. And Jacksonville's shown that they are a team this year. So it's going to be an interesting game. Jacksonville at home is going to have a chance to show everybody just how real they are. Is this a real 4-1 AFC contending team, or is this Jacksonville of all, where it's going to be a 3-2 team who just beats bad teams and is going to struggle against good teams? Kansas City, though, comes in off probably one of their best performances of the year. Patrick Mahomes looks stellar in the last couple of weeks, and Travis Kelce's getting his footing under him. I think the return of Xavier Worthy was shown, and the offensive core was great. Welcome back, Isaiah Pacheco, for all you fantasy owners who finally got something out of him. Welcome back, big guy. Excited. And the Chiefs continue to come back all the time after starting 0-2, starting 0-3. They come back and show they are inevitable, right? Like the Chiefs will be here as long as Mahomes is alive. So I'm just going to continue the flow here like we did last week, Chris Connor. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs to win this game and cover. I think the Chiefs win this game, go on the road, prove yet again that they are a dominant team when they beat the teams that they're better than. I think they have a better roster than Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has some questions. And so I'm going to take Kansas City on the road in a conference game that's going to be playoff implications down the road. Chris Connor, your take on the Chiefs.
Two weeks ago, I heard the disrespect on this board. You're dancing on the Chiefs. Oh, they're 0-2. Oh, Mahomes lost his fastball. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? They're 2-2 now. Patrick Mahomes has been doing this without Rashee Rice, without Xavier Worthy. He turned Tyquan Thornton into a NFL wide receiver. This is the revenge tour for Patrick Mahomes. Oh, yes, all he does is dink and dunk. Oh, he's not as good as Josh Allen. This is going to be a slaughter. I will enjoy it. And for the rest of the calendar year, when it's no matter if it's the Cowboys, the Bills, any team, they're going to put points on the board. Mahomes is going to just embarrass you people. You asked for the heat. He is bringing the heat.
I will say this. I would not be upset if Kansas City beats Dallas in Dallas because it is my grandmother's 94th birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma. So I'm really excited to see you make it to 94. And she is a Mahomes fan, and she is going to be social posting him and going to that game to see him win. And I will absolutely be okay with Mahomes coming back to Texas and winning that game against Dallas. But I am going to correct you on one thing, Chris Connor. Do not ever say the world is against Patrick Mahomes, because he is the most loved guy in the NFL aside from Travis Kelce because of Taylor Swift. He is the most loved guy in the NFL. I feel like he gets so much leeway, just like Steph Curry does in the NBA, as just being all-star talent. He can do anything with this team. We may not give him love at times because deservingly so, just like Lamar Jackson's not getting any love. If you play like shit, we will call you out. We have called out Dak Prescott. We have called out CJ Proud. We have called out Josh Allen. We have called out players on this show who are just not performing. Patrick Edward Mahomes played like shit to start this year, and that team struggled. And we were worried, just like Lamar Jackson, we were worried, is this the real deal, or are they going to come back? I have come and seen the light a little bit on Patrick Mahomes this year. He does look great. Glad to see him back. His weapons in full strength. But I don't think the world's against Patrick Mahomes. I think everybody gives him the biggest slack out of anybody else.
Including the officials.
I'm not going to say that.
We're
not doing that blasphemy on this show.
I hear the hatred come out. It's almost as bad as when Luke will start saying, hey, Pittsburgh Steelers are 3-1, and they're a legit team. I hear the hatred from the three of you, but I will not tolerate anymore. It is the world against Mahomes and the Chiefs. You're trying to get rid of them. You can't. It is their world. They run things, and I'm sorry. It's going to be like this for as long as Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are together. Deal with it.
Just one more year, then. One more year.
Hey, Mark, can you find the clip where I said the Steelers are a legit football team?
Clip it.
Just asking for a friend.
I saw it. It's there.
Oh, did you? Okay. All right.
Just kidding. Luke, since you're on right now, and this is Mark. This is Mark secretly, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's his cousin Baker. First of all. Okay. Let's just rewind here a little bit ago. Didn't I say the NFL was not going to allow Patrick Mahomes to go 0-3? That was a clip.
That's a correct statement.
1000% last or 2 weeks ago. Okay. Like, that just wasn't going to happen. And let's not act like they got their shit kicked in the first 2 weeks. They lost by field goals in both of those games. Like, they didn't get their asses handed to them. All right. Then you played a cupcake New York team and a beat up Baltimore Ravens team.
Fact.
Like, it is what it is. It's 2 wins, but it is what it is. Now, this Jacksonville team, they're absolutely going to dog walk them.
Thank you.
And it's not going to look pretty because you wanted to be the big dogs, Liam Cohen, last week. Well, congratulations. You blew your load last week against the 49ers, a beat up 49ers team. And now you're going to have to deal with the consequences of this man called Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, because you wanted to be a big man last week and puff your chest out to Robert Saleh. Why don't you come deal with it when the Super Bowl champs of a few years now come to your hometown and absolutely lay the wood to you? I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs in this game, no matter what.
I thought for a moment you were saying Jacksonville was going to dog walk the Chiefs, and I was like, wow, look at that take. Andrew, you got the last take on this one before we go fire round.
Absolutely love that none of us said that Andy Reid and them were going to struggle. We all said after 0-2 they're going to win no matter what. Also, I am completely rolling with the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. That defense is unfucking real. They are so good. I don't care if you want to say they beat the Brock Purdy. Well, they had Brock Purdy to start that game, so they did beat the number one quarterback in San Francisco, and then everybody just got hurt. So I mean, I get it, but I have absolutely loved seeing the resurgence of one Travis Etienne. I mean, we all wrote him off last year. I literally said at the start of the year to a bunch of buddies who are Jacksonville fans, Tank Bigsby will be your starting running back by week 2. That's how little faith I had in Travis. And look what has happened. 100 yards per game, at least a touchdown per. He's back. It makes Trevor Lawrence happy. You can see that Trevor Lawrence looks like a version of himself when he was a successful quarterback. So I am happy to see Jacksonville thriving, and I think that they pull this one off against a somewhat soft run game in Kansas City still. They're not great against the run, and I think Jacksonville is going to have a heyday with this in the gaps. And then I also think that defense is just so good. Jacksonville's defense is good.
So you're taking Jacksonville in the upset. You're taking money line.
Jacksonville upset.
And just of note, they've played the Panthers, the Bengals, the Texans, the 49ers.
Yes. But they look like a more complete team than we've talked about because these were games that they would have lost last year. That's an accurate statement.
Well, there you have it, guys. We do not have a 5th game on primetime getting on there. But I'll tell you what, we go into fire round. If you held on this long, you have 4 games on your parlay. We'll review it at the end, and we'll tell you how much that is going to be worth. We'll also post it in our community chats. And if you're not part of our community chats, join in on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, look in the bio, and you'll be able to see the messenger chat link. Join our community chats today. Not only do we talk NFL and picks, but we also talk Pokemon and releases. If you haven't watched ITL Poke Protocol, check that out Sunday nights. We'll be doing some pool boxes as well as some custom packs for you. But if you want to take a look at what we did in person with King of the Hill, we have a clip for you. Our final King of the Hill was magical. Was honored to have my kids come out on stage. But check out what ITL Poke Protocol has to offer. We're going right into fire. What is going on, guys? We're live at the card show at Ambassador Hall. ITL Poke Protocol in full effect. 800 and the surging forward Pikachu come down. Let's go. And the surging forward Pika is found. The 10 and the Zard. Yeah. Let's go. A Charizard from 151 gets pulled.
congratulations to Sergio. Very excited. Sergio, come on up, Sergio. ITL's Poke Protocols final sign-off. Doc E here in Ambassador Hall, San Antonio, Texas. Peace out, guys.
Fire round pick starting up here, guys. Go check us out. ITL King of the Hill probably coming back in February, March time frame. We'll have to take a look, but we will have our regular custom pack King of the Hill starting this Sunday, as well as pool boxes, giveaways, and we'll be a part of any sort of group you can imagine. We're trying to expand our community. We're part of the Poke Planet community, but we want to make a universe. Like what I did there. All right, here we go. Denver, Philadelphia, fire round pick straight money line, boys. I don't need any sort of spread unless we all agree on it really quick. Let's do it. Denver, Philly, 3.5 point favorites at home. Luke.
Eagles.
Philly gets a first pick. Andrew.
Broncos.
Chris.
Eagles.
I'm going Eagles at home for this game as well. I don't see the Eagles losing for a while. And pump the brakes on this one. Hold the phone, everybody. Silence is accepted here for this one because I have Luke's favorite intro right here. Miami 1.5 point favorites on the road against the Panthers. Let's take Erica's saying Queen Erica for all of you saying damn right Eagles. That's right. Eagles getting the pick there for us, but Dolphins and Panthers in this one. Panthers at home, but not favored. Miami favored on the road. Chris Connor.
Miami.
Luke.
Oh God. Oh, Yuckum game. Yuckum
game for sure.
Give me Carolina.
I'm taking Carolina as well. Andrew.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you fellas. I'm taking Carolina.
It's
bad.
It's a bad game. If now luckily it's not any sort of parlay, do not bet on this game. Stay away. I'm telling you, you have an addiction if you bet on this game. Do not bet on this game. And if you did bet on this game, you need to message us. We have help and hotlines. We will help you. Don't do it. Let's go Dallas, 2.5 point favorites at the Jets. I'm taking Dallas, obviously. Andrew.
Dallas.
Luke.
Dallas.
Chris.
Can't believe I'm saying this. Dallas.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Clip that. And Dallas money line goes on the TSG guarantee of the week. Fingers in waving like you just don't care. That's right.
They're
guys.
gonna absolutely.
They're gonna fuck us.
Absolutely not.
Justin
Absolutely
Fields is
not.
going for
Giants.
500.
Jackson Dart going for his second win against the Saints. Give me the Giants. Chris Connor.
Giants.
Luke.
Tie. We'll go with the Giants, I guess.
Andrew.
Oh, you know what? I got to give props to Spencer Rattler. That poor boy is just trying to play his best football. But the Giants, give me CTE Scatabo. I love that boy. Let's go Giants.
Giants money line gets on the TSG parlay. Oh my gosh.
We're leaning NFC East this week, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
An exciting time to be
3
on.
NFC East picks right off kick.
This is really rough. Actually, just two.
Oh yeah, I didn't take the Eagles. That's right.
Houston at Baltimore is next. We've talked about this game. 1.5 point favorites for Houston. Chris Connor.
Give me Houston.
Andrew.
Give me Baltimore.
Luke.
Ratbirds.
I will take Houston in this game. And let's move it on. Tampa Bay at Seattle, and what's going to be a very, very good game. Tampa Bay, Seattle 3.5 point favorites. Andrew.
Buccaneers money line.
Tampa Bay, the first pick. Luke.
Hawks at home.
Chris Connor.
The Baker Mayfield big balls led Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Luke saves a parlay. Tampa Bay for me as well. I like Baker on the road. It's a tough place to play, but I think they're over-talented for that Seahawks team. Don't forget, guys, for fantasy implications, it is a bye week. You need to go find out who's not playing. The Bears for sure, top of mind, are not playing this week. Go change out your
Falcons
teams.
aren't playing.
You don't have.
go
If you have Steelers on your team, God bless you. Okay.
I got DK mad. I took him.
Yikes. Tennessee at Arizona.
This is
Arizona
the
7.5 points.
It's a fucking
This
snoozer.
is
Stop.
You want to
It's
go
right-
on You want to go on ticket price, Ernest? You want to know what a ticket for
Yeah.
this game is?
Yeah, what's
$6.
the ticket price?
$6.
$22
Yikes.
is the lowest ticket. Okay.
I'm going to say this, though, because Tennessee is so bad. Houston was fun to watch last week. Arizona will be fun to watch this week. It doesn't make it a snoozer if there's fun stuff happening. Marvin Harrison Jr., trifecta touchdown, 4,800 to 1. I'm planting 5 on it. Give me the hat trick for MHJ this weekend. Arizona by 1 million. Arizona money line, though, for me. And I'll see if we want to put the spread in this game. Andrew.
I'd flip it and put a hat trick on Trey McBride. It's something just screams hat trick McBride. Tennessee. You know what? Cam Ward. We ass. That's probably the greatest clip I've heard this year so far. I love when a rookie quarterback calls out his entire team, including himself. Hey, that tells me that they're good hands, but this year they are not. Arizona will dog wipe them.
There you have it. Arizona, 2 picks in. Luke.
Oh, cards up. But get rid of the tortilla jerseys. Keep the
Yeah, they're
helmets.
fucking bad. Leave the helmets. Get rid of the tortilla jersey.
Helmets were good.
Chris Connor, rewriting Arizona 7.5.
I like Arizona by 14 points. God damn it, the Titans have quit. This should be the snoozer of the week. I don't get it, Ernest. They've quit. It's been 4 games. Fire Brian Callahan. Trade half for Titans. This is literally. Right now, you know what? The Oregon Ducks would probably beat the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
True.
Ooh. That's tough. Arizona minus 7.5 is going on the parlay. I'm overriding any sort of hesitation on that. I'm going to say Arizona wins this by like 3 touchdowns, guys.
Yeah, that's big.
Arizona wins it. We go to our final game of the week, and it's a doozy too. Washington Chargers. Chargers 2.5-point favorites at home. This is probably the true game of the week for non-primetime games.
Yeah.
And so let's go around the room here. Chris Connor, you ended the last one. You get to start this one, my guy. Who do you have in this matchup?
One team's quarterback is maybe healthy enough, but they're playing like crap. And the other team has lost both its tackles, and well, they're now down to like backups. Give me the Chargers.
Chargers, the first pick money line is what we're on here, guys. Fire around. Just Luke.
Neither one of these teams can afford to drop this game.
Right.
This is kind of a turning point. LA's coming down off a little bit of a high. They're going to get Jaden Daniels back at what, 50, maybe 60%. The Chargers defense is still pretty good. Even without their tackles, the run game is just fine for the Harbaugh team. They've been throwing the ball good. I'll still roll with the Chargers at home. Now, if this was in Washington, I might feel a little bit different, but I'm going to take the Chargers at home.
I think Vegas would have it the other way too. If it was the other, I think whichever team was the home team was going to have a 2.5-point favorite here. As we know, 3 points are given to the home team, so they actually think Washington's going to cover a little bit. Andrew.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Commanders here. I think Jaden Daniels coming back. Scary Terry wasn't there last week. He's back this week. I think that 1-2 punch is back, and that running field by committee has been great. Like it doesn't matter if you put Rodriguez in or McNichols has done his thing at times. Like it doesn't matter who they put in there. It seems to work well because that's a solid offensive line. So I think that's where they win it, is just literally based off the run game, because those 2 tackles missing in LA, that's huge. The Commanders pull this one off.
If you want to talk about fantasy panic, it's Ladd McConkey. It's done.
Super panic.
Pull it.
Super panicky.
Quentin and
Johnson,
Keenan are the
baby.
guys. Yeah. Quentin and Keenan are the guys. That's
The 40-year-old Keenan Allen.
Yeah,
Crazy
Chargers for me.
workers.
Chargers win this game. Chargers at home. I think Chargers take care of business. Washington comes back. I think there's going to be some rust there coming back from both of those injured players that you mentioned, Andrew, already.
Yeah.
I do like Washington a lot. It's just not the get right game. This is not it. So give me Chargers at home. Guys, that is today's ITL episode, and Just Luke is going to tally up our TSG plays of the week. And let me tell you guys, this parlay is going to be a doozy. Rams 3.5, Minnesota Vikings in the international play 1.5, Detroit Lions 10.5 and a spanking, Buffalo 8.5 against the New England Patriots. Steve the General Reisner probably rolling around in bed because he's probably asleep. Dallas money line, Giants money line, and then we go with Arizona winning by a lot against the Tennessee Titans. It is a 7-team parlay for this week, and the odds given to us by our one and only co-host, Just Luke, is going to be
plus 5,200.
Plus 5,200, which means we are looking at 52-1, guys. Plant 10, win 520 in this parlay. Rams 3.5, Vikings 1.5, Lions 10.5, Bills 8.5, Cowboys win, Giants win, Cardinals 7.5. Boys, it was wonderful. I love it. One of my favorite times is the NFL Pick'em with you guys. Let's tell everybody where they can find your content and when it's coming out. Let's start off with you, Andrew Con Sutton. Talk to the people.
You betcha. You can find us coming back to you guys live October 7th. Next week, we are back. Feels like I've been gone forever. I can officially confirm who's coming on the show. And I've told you that we're going to have special guests and family guests and all this other stuff actually making his debut, both of them. The first half, we're going to be talking about UFC. And the second half, we're going to be talking about the state of professional wrestling with two of the biggest wrestling nerds I know. We even have a group chat called the Wrestling Nerds. My baby brother, Rylan Kahn, will be making his debut onto the podcast, as well as our good friend Grayson Abbott. We are going to be breaking down AEW, WWE, and the state of free agency with NXT and TNA going back and forth, the invasion angle. It's going to be so much fun. October 7th, we're live, we're back, and this season is just going to be a blast, and I can't wait to be back.
So exciting, Andrew. Good to have you back, my guy, part of the ITL family. And I'm so excited to be looking at what your show brings to the table. Somebody who has gone nonstop, though, and does amazing work is Chris Conner. The Last Call podcast does so much work with so many different shows.
Good
Chris Conner,
thought.
tell the people
Love
where
it.
they can find your stuff.
So you can check me out at lastcallpodcast.com. You can check me out also on YouTube channel and Rumble, on Twitter. I am on Facebook, Instagram, and this week we had Marcel Dorff as he's broke down the big matches for UFC 320, Ankalaev, Pereira 2, we got Rob Dashvili versus Corey Sandhagen for the Bantamweight Championship. And then Friday, Nino Brown of College Football Nation. And we'll sit down and preview what the hell is going on in Arkansas, who's the next coach, Heisman favorites, and can Diego Pavia pull off the double upsetting Alabama this week, just like he did a year ago? Once again, guys, I love being on the show. Once again, always a treat being on Into the Lab podcast.
I appreciate you so much, Chris Conner. Bring a whole other element to the show, my guy. Go check out his content, guys. I'm also on Last Call podcast with a couple of hot takes for the year that have not worked out, but that's okay. That's what we do here. That's my fun part. But my co-host also makes his hot takes on here. And Just Luke, it's wonderful to have you back. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. And all the love coming from San Antonio. Just Luke, everybody, back in action. Talk to the people.
Oh, it felt good to be back. I have taken sabbatical until Monday. Streams will be back Monday. So I will be streaming back on Twitch, King of Hearts 82. I'm also on Twitter, same handle. Ernest, I always appreciate it, brother. Thank you for always giving me a platform. As you know, September has now come to an end. We are officially in October, but suicide awareness does not go away with just going on to the next month. So please reach out. Absolutely call 811 if you're feeling or needing to talk to somebody. But also October, for the ladies of ITL, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Please go get a check. Call your doctor. If you feel something, say something to your doctor. This is a huge thing, especially the NFL has made it a huge part of their platform as well for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So yeah, make sure you get your mammograms.
I appreciate you, Just Luke, and of course, I'm your host, Ernest Docky. So this is where you find me at Into the Lab Pod on all platforms. Of course, if you're watching, we had 47 y'all regulars on here across multiple platforms. We had 102 of you average across tonight's episode. We peaked out at 279. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us back on a regular Wednesday night. I promise you guys will be more punctual. If anything, the guys are going to warm up without me until I get here. Trey and Lily some nights will just get me going all the way until like 9 o'clock, right at 9. And then some nights it's like 7:30 or 8. Like tonight, I was on and was ready to go. Luke and I fired it up at 9. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the love and support. We appreciate everything from NFL to Pokemon to basketball. Come watch us. Good luck to your teams this week. A lot of big games. A lot of big games this week. And we didn't even talk Texas, Florida. Chris Connor and I talked about it a little bit last week, but that's going to be huge. College football slate this week is fantastic. Good luck to your teams. Good luck to your fantasy teams. Again, guys, don't panic unless you're 0-5 or 0-4. Then you need to start panicking. Time to do something different. But good luck to all of you. Good luck to your teams. Go Cowboys. And we appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Peace.